Here's Pete Callahan with our first Political Maniac nominee.
Political Maniac number 1 for the evening is leaked FBI memos reveal employees sext constantly and sometimes point guns at their dogs. Over the last 100 years or so, the FBI has developed a reputation for being kind of a serious place to work. Judging from a series of newly leaked disciplinary memos, though, many of its employees are no better behaved than those of your average drug cartel. CNN has obtained a number of confidential internal disciplinary reports sent out to all Bureau employees in order to aid employees in steering clear of ethical pitfalls and other violations. In other words, they are emailed lists of bad examples. FBI Assistant Director Candace Will explained to CNN that one of the goals of the emails was to quell a recent rash of sexting cases in which employees used their government-issued BlackBerries to text sexy photos of themselves to their coworkers. Here are some highlights of the reports. During an argument with spouse, employee broke spouse's e-reader in half and pointed an unloaded gun at dog's head while dog was sitting in spouse's lap. Can you guys guess the penalty for that?
What's the penalty for that, Pete?
45 days suspension.
A pay raise.
45 days suspension. They probably got promoted. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, boy.
Here's another one. Employee emailed nude photographs of herself to ex-boyfriend's wife. Ex-boyfriend and wife reported the incident to local police. Employee failed to cease contact with ex-boyfriend and wife after twice being ordered to do so by a supervisor and chief security officer.
Wait, are these FBI? Like, wait.
These are FBI agents. These are actual FBI agents.
Federal people who are Federal Bureau of Investigation, people that keep us safe.
These are agents. They have a badge and a gun. They're the federal FBI guys you think of when you think of FBI agents.
Oh boy, I've seen and heard it all today, guys.
What was the penalty though for that last one?
I don't know.
10 days suspension.
10 days
with pay.
Well, with pay. Oh my goodness.
That was pretty bad. Employee used personal cell phone to send nude photographs of self to several other employees. In aggravation, employees' conduct created office gossip and negatively impact office operations. The division advised that the employees' misconduct adversely affected the daily activities of several squads.
I can imagine. If you sent me a nude picture, I think I'd be
if you sent a nude picture to all your coworkers at your job or any job, what do you think would happen?
I mean, I think I'd definitely be, I'd gossip. I'd gossip about you.
Would they keep, if they found this out, would they keep you at your job? Probably not.
No, I mean, I think that's a fireable offense.
Yeah, 10 days suspension with pay.
With pay
Boom.
is the best part.
I'm working for the FBI, dude. I am getting a job at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You can do anything over there.
Now we do for all those people who serve our country, and really do the true work that the FBI is, mandated by Congress to do. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all your hard work.
But some of your coworkers are hilarious. Like one of them was caught shoplifting from a grocery store on several occasions.
Shoplifting from a now that's
on ratchet. Surveillance.
I think this could qualify for the ratchet moment of the week.
Yeah, like some of these. Oh, another one fell in love with a drug dealer and married said drug dealer, knowing he was a drug dealer and user while she was an FBI agent.
Isn't that like the plot from Weeds?
Pretty much. Like true story though.
That's insane.
Another one using a stranger's lost or stolen debit card to purchase gasoline and attempted to take money out from an ATM on multiple occasions, was caught on surveillance cameras, and he was actually fired because he lied to local police about it.
Other than that, he probably
You're an FBI agent. You don't know a little bit about you're the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and you're going to lie to local cops?
Probably these might be office people who are mandated to an office and are FBI agents when they do accounting, or FBI agents and they do.
Well, at least one of them had a gun issued to him, so that means that was definitely an agent. When he pointed a gun at his wife.
A lot of people have guns issued to them. Look at half of the Tea Party.
That's not the same thing.
But being issued a registered law enforcement firearm and buying a gun at Walmart are two different things.
I agree. I kid.
But seriously, we love the FBI.
We do.
Usually, unless they're persecuting Martin Luther King
or tapping his phones.